Shadows and light go together. So whenever you see a shadow, you'll always find light. When you think about it, light is pretty amazing. I mean, you can see it, but you can't touch it, you can't taste it, you can't smell it, you can't hold it in your hands. So, what is it?
Light is the opposite of dark.
Light makes trees and flowers grow. Light travels faster than anything.
It goes 186,000 miles per second.
Light is really beautiful.
Light is what lets me read.
Without light, we couldn't see anything.
Light comes from headlights and streetlights.
Light comes from your television set.
It comes from glowworms,
Fireflies.
and fireworks.
Candles.
Light comes from the sun.
Well, there are lots of ways of describing light. Here's how some experts explain it. Light is made up of billions of tiny particles. Now, these particles are so small you can't even see them. They're called photons. When these photons hit an object, they bounce off that object and go into your eyes. Then your eyes and brain work together, creating an image and allowing you to see. These tiny photons are fast. They move much, much faster than anything we know, and they travel in straight lines. Now, if light travels in straight lines, what happens if something gets in the way? A shadow is formed. When I place my hand in front of the lamp, the light can't get through, it gets blocked. So my hand casts a shadow on the wall. And wherever my hand blocks the light, that's where the shadow is made. See? Now, the size of a shadow depends on the distance an object is from the light. Here. When I place this butterfly close to the lamp, it makes a huge shadow. But watch this. It's the incredible shrinking butterfly. See, the shadow gets smaller the farther away it is from the lamp. Now, shadows can be a lot of fun, but they can also be very useful. Have you ever seen one of these before? This is called a sundial, and hundreds of years ago, people used these to tell time. No electricity, no batteries, just sunlight and shadows. The sun is the biggest source of light in our world. Did you know that you can tell the time of day by the shadows the sun makes? Here's how it works. Early in the morning, shadows are long. As the sun changes position in the sky, shadows get shorter until noon, when they practically disappear. Then they start getting longer again until sunset. Long ago, people noticed that the shadows made by the sun change shape and position throughout the day.
Hey, let's do lunch once the shadow hits that big rock over there.
Sounds good to me.
Thousands of years ago, people came up with a great idea. They took a stick and marked the ground around it with lines. The sun's changing position in the sky caused the shadow to move past the lines. So you could actually tell the time of day by the position of the stick's shadow.
Where have you been? Just look at that stick.
That stick eventually led to the first sundial, one of the earliest inventions to tell time. There are shadows everywhere in your life, if you know where to look. And of all of the shadows in the world, I have a personal favorite. And no matter where I go, that shadow is always with me. There's always me and my shadow.
My Shadow by Robert Louis Stevenson.
Illustrated by Ted Rand. Read by Robert Guillaume. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. And what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head. And I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and sometimes gets so little there's none of him at all. He hasn't got a notion of how children ought to play, and can only make a fool of me in every sort of way. He stays so close beside me, he's a coward, you can see. I'd think shame to stick to Nursey as that shadow sticks to me. One morning, very early, before the sun was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepyhead, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed.
That's great, Sonny. This is my friend Sonny Fontana. He's from Venezuela, and he is a master at making shadows on the wall.
Thank you.
I love what you were doing there. You did a dog first, right? That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And then that was a rabbit,
The rabbit.
running, and then we were doing foxes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to learn some more of these.
Okay, it's possible you want to learn how is the eagle?
The eagle.
Okay,
Show
put
me
your
that one.
hands like this.
Okay.
No?
Like that.
Yes, close your fingers.
Close the fingers,
Okay,
all right.
Put hands like
Like that.
this.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can do these movements, and you can see how the eagle
He's
fly.
flying, yeah.
Fly.
I love making these shadows.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, show me one more.
Okay, like the fox.
Uh-huh.
No, like the fox, like this.
There we go,
Okay,
uh-huh.
and with another hands, you put like this, and you have the deer. Yeah.
Oh, look,
you
those are
have-
the antlers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do the deer like this.
Wow, look at that.